Okay, lovely. Hi, Irene. Brilliant. Let's start in Shavasana. Definitely use your bolsters. We're doing quite a bit of bolster work today. I'm keeping it quite chilled. It says, just gotta get my bolster. Ooh. Good. And Liz is here too. Hello. Brilliant. Stay nice and cozy and warm. Let's start by tensing and relaxing the body. So shoulders up to the ears, dig the elbows down, lift the chest, pull in your abs, and gently release. Good, and repeat, make fists, push into the elbows, chin tucks in, ugly prune face, and release, and relax. And gently roll the head from side to side. Oh, good, more people. Maddie's here. Hooray! We've only just started, don't worry. Wiggle the jaw. Lengthen the arms away. Splay the fingers wide and just yawn if you can. And release. Wiggle out the shoulders. Soften the whole of your face. Soften the forehead. Beautiful, everyone. Start to lengthen the breath. Three lovely more minutes of deep relaxation. Just try and go inward as soon as you can, bringing the awareness onto the breath. Lovely, slowly wake up the body. Lengthen the arms up over the head. Lift the heels off the floor. Lift the hips off the floor. And then lower down. Keep the arms over the head. And then repeat. Just stretch the arms away, lengthen the fingers, lift the hips, dig the backs of the knees into your bolster, and then release down. Arms come down, rotate the wrists, rotate the ankles gently. One way. And then gently the other way. Brilliant. And then place both feet on your bolster. Arms down by your side. Just lift your right leg in the air with a lovely bend in the knee and rotate the ankle again, the right ankle one way and then the other way. Good, and down. Change side, left leg up. Lovely bend of the knee. We're still warming up, so we go gently. Good. Change direction. Brilliant. Good. That's better, Kathy. Thank you. Arms in the air. Rotate the wrists. One way and then the other way. And then draw the knees just very gently in towards the chest. Maybe have long elbows as you rock from side to side. You're not squeezing the knees too strongly as you just wake up the spine. Giving the spine a lovely massage. Perfect. Just roll the bolster away. We can still have socks on as we lift the right leg up. Just hold it. Bend and straighten the leg. As you bend the knee, just get the heel really quite close to the buttock. So you're just squeezing it in, releasing. As the other foot's on the floor, it's not such a strong one for the spine. So in and out. Lovely. Brilliant. And release. Change sides. Just squeeze, lengthen. Feel what's right for your body. You might want to, I'm going to slide my hands further down the thigh just to make sure I'm not overstretching. Perfect, good. Feet to the floor. Feet about hip width apart. We'll take away the bolster, not bolster, the block under the head. Draw the hands up just above the chest. And we're just going to push up very gently to half bridge. Arms come out. And exhale, back down. And rather than peeling up and down, we're literally hinging. So you hinge up, straight up into the shoulders, drop down, straight into the lower back and coccyx. Inhale up, hinge up, exhale down. Lovely, inhale up. Breathing in, exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Hands down by your sides. Just bring the feet together. And then you just inhale, opening the knees. So knees are apart and then together. So coming into cobbler and then releasing. Inhale, open. Exhale, close the knees. Inhale, open. And close the knees. Inhale, open. Deep breath in, close the knees. And inhale, open. Keep the knees open and you're really circling. Let me move into this way. The knee to hip. So you've got this left knee down to the floor. Let's have arms out at 90 degrees. And you're really, I'm going to call it whooshing, because it's a really technical term, the other top leg all the way round as much as you can. In fact, to a position where that left knee just rises and falls off the floor a little bit. So lovely big hip circles. If it feels too much, you can back off a little bit, change direction. Yep, lovely. You all seem to be getting it perfectly. Excellent, good. And then we change sides. So come back into a cobbler, pose. And then take that left leg and spin it round. Good, change direction. Perfect, good. And then we do proper bridge pose where you peel off and lift. Arms out at 90 degrees, just shuffle the shoulders away, palms facing up, lengthen the fingers long. Breathing deeply at the top, push into the feet. And then roll from the upper spine all the way through the vertebra until the lower back just sinks. And then you'll feel, if you push a little bit into the buttocks, you'll feel that arch in the lower back, that natural arch. And then I want you to find a soft place where it's just flat. The spine is flat. That means engaging your core and breathing into the belly, and then release. If you then release, you'll just feel that natural curve coming back in. Perfect. Let's just do leg raises. We want to place the hands either close to the hips or underneath the buttocks. Left foot flat on the floor, and we'll just gently waft the leg up and down. Breathing in, up, exhale, down. Good. Slide the leg in. Let's do the left leg up and down, wafting beautifully. Brilliant. And then it's very difficult to really see clearly, but your right ankle is just pressing into the left knee, but the knee is up to ceiling towards your nose, that right knee. It's not out to the side. Okay, then you draw both knees to the left, but immediately come back up and go to the right. So very gently rocking. Yes, good. Good. Okay, other side. Left foot just pushing into the side of the right knee, and then start to rock. Keep the knee towards the nose, the left knee. Good, gaze to ceiling. Perfect, good. And then let's just hold underneath the knees, drawing the knees in. We're warm enough now. And just paddle the feet, so toes and heels. Chin tucked in, foot between the legs. Yes, everyone, good. Then we'll roll out onto one side. I'm going to do that Ken Iman stretch, but we're going to do it at the beginning rather than at the end. You hold the arm underneath you as long. The top arm is underneath the head onto the ear, and then you lift, and that top elbow aims towards the hip. Okay, and then your top knee, top foot, that's it, lovely. Just make sure your knees are together, Kathy, so your knees are touching each other. It's just the leg comes up and you breathe. Lovely. So knees together, Liz, it's just the ankle to lower leg that lifts. And keep drawing the elbow towards the hip. Just stay there and breathe. Knees together, foot off the floor, feet separating. That's it. Lifting the head. You can stay here for ages. It's such a good pose. Good, and then release down. And just breathe here on your side. Good. So I can still see you, and some of you might want to do this as well. Because when we do these side things, you can always go up and down, changing the length of the side of your mat so you can always see me. Okay, sorry, wrong arm. Okay, so bottom arm is underneath you, lifting the head. Okay, once you feel that you've really got that top elbow towards your knee, you separate the legs. Okay, so it's the ankles separate, the knees stay together, one knee on top of the other. That's it, Liz, well done. Breathe into the belly. And then down and rest. So we can come up again because we stayed longer in the other side. So come up. Make sure your knees are directly forwards. Lovely, Maddie, really good. Really lift. So good for the neck as well. And we'll just turn onto our bellies with the arms quite far out in front. So it's not Sphinx, you're just being able to lift the chest and a gentle rock from side to side. Just look down. Good. Just don't look down to the floor, but the head is off the floor. You are pushing into your elbows, but your elbows are quite far forward. Lovely. And then continue with the head, the forehead, just resting on the floor. Good. And then just let the feet hang to one side and look the opposite way. Actually, let's put our hands underneath our head. So both feet are dropped to one side. The feet are hip width apart. And if your feet are to the right, you're looking left. And then just to center briefly, and then feet to the left, look right. Feet gently resting on your hands. Good, to center. Bring the feet to the floor. And still bring your chin onto your hands and just simply bend the knees, heels towards buttocks, bend them as much as you can, and stay here and breathe. And then straighten the legs away, tuck the toes under, lift the knees. So you want to really tuck those toes under, lift the knees, and push into the heels for a calf stretch. Good. Draw the knees back down and then heels towards buttocks again. And you're really pushing, you're not just holding the pose because of gravity, you're really using your thigh muscles to get those heels close to the buttocks. Perfect, good. Hands either side of the shoulders. Lift yourself up. And we're going to rest on our bolster in a gentle child pose. So bolster between legs. Make sure that the head is at the front and resting on your bolster, and relax fully. Deep breaths as you soften. Very nice. And gently bring the body up. Sitting on our bolster. Quick close up. Right, I'm going to take off me. Woohoo! We're getting a bit warmer, so I'm going to take off me top layer. So you get comfy on your bolster. But I'd like feet out in front. Okay, toes turning out and arms straight up. Okay, palms facing me and enough space between the knees to be able to lean forwards and tap the floor, but it's quite strong on the back, so be careful. Inhale up. Exhale down. Obviously nudge back if you feel yourself rolling off the bolster. Inhale up. Exhale forwards. Lovely for the hip flexors. If it feels too much, just slide the feet forwards a bit, just like I've done. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Inhale up and a gentle twist. So your right hand, I'll mirror. So your right hand's on the side of the bolster, the left hand on the knee, but don't pull the knee towards you, or towards the other knee. You have to pull against it. So pull it out at the same time the hand's pulling inwards. Find that equilibrium and look over your right shoulder. Okay, lovely. Sit up very tall. You might want to push your hand into the bolster and get that spine very tall. Perfect. Good. Now soften so that you can change sides. Adjust if you need to. And then twist. Push into the bolster to lift your body up and shoulders level and turn. Breathe. A good level of connection with the floor with your feet. Nice. No one's letting their knees turn in, which is perfect. Well done. Turn to the front. Now the next sort of sequence can either be done with your legs crossed on your bolster. If this isn't comfortable, it can also be done with the legs out and slightly apart with the heels. So see how you feel to do it, and stretch the arms out and lift them up. And then we cross, and then we inhale. Lovely, Irene, good. Come down. Inhale up and cross. Lovely, and up and down. Very nice. One more. Nice deep breath in and cross. And exhale down. Good. Hold the opposite elbow, which is my new favorite thing to do, and circle round. And you'll feel you're moving into each buttock as you circle, and that's brilliant if you are. Good. Stop at the top, change direction. Lovely. I love that. One, then arms down in front of the navel, still holding the opposite elbow. Inhale up and blow the arms back down. Inhaling up. Exhale. And inhale up. And exhale. Good. Arms in front of the collarbones. As you gently keep the head forwards, reach over to the left and then reach over to the right whilst holding the elbows. And keep changing. Keep looking forwards. Don't get dizzy. Good. Navel just shifting very subtly, and then arms down, shake out. Always some lovely shoulder rolls. Nice bit clunking. Brilliant. Good, change direction. Good. One shoulder at a time. Good. 2 shoulders. Squeeze and just release. Good. Shoulders to the front. So let's give yourself a big hug. Look down. Round the upper back. Inhale, open, chest open, lift up tall. Really lengthen the navel. Arms a bit higher, Helen. Goes out, out, out and up. Good. And then wrap your arms around. Chin down, look down, round the upper back. Then inhale, forwards and up. Stretch your navel up. So you're lifting up. Good. And release. Hands resting on the knees. You might need your strap for this one because we're going to do cow face arms with the legs out straight. Let me move back. Okay, still sitting on your bolster and your legs are out like this. Okay, I'm just going to cut my strap in two. Let's mirror again. So left arm up high, right arm around. Even if you can clasp the hands together, I want you to hold close to the hands and then exhale, forward bend with the chest down to the center line and breathe. If it's too much on the hips, just raise the knees for me slightly. Perfect, good. Pull in your abdominals to then hinge back up safely. And then let's do, sorry, shuffling out. I want to move the knees because it's quite intense on the hips. And then we change. Other arm up and over. Try and get the hands as close as you can. That top elbow straight up. Oh, you're all doing it. Perfect. Okay. Knees turn out if you can and drop forwards. Breathe very deeply, everyone. Good, engage, pull in your abs to come back up and release your strap. So we come into garland pose, turn the toes out, have the knees really far up and draw the arms forward. Then nudge each elbow into the lower legs and press. So this is a lovely, almost cheaty kind of garland pose. So lovely prayer position. Draw the chest forwards, sink forwards, lovely. And then nudge those elbows down a bit, Anita, so that the hands in a straight line. That's it. So as you can see, if you're here, then you push down so that the wrists are in line, so straight line. That's it, lovely. Now squeeze, go against, so the knees have been nudged open. Now squeeze your knees into the elbows. So you've got that really strong feeling. Good, tuck the chin in, look down to the floor. Good. Hands to the bolster behind. See if you can push yourself off and travel forwards. Bring the bolster to the front of the feet. And even if you have the flexibility, hands on the bolster, have the feet as wide as the hands, and then push the elbows down. So elbow eyes facing forwards and elbows to the back to the room, to the wall behind you. Let the head hang. Weight in the toes as well as the heels. Feel like gravity is pulling you down. Crown of head parallel to the floor. Too much on the hamstrings, bend the knees some more. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. And push strongly now into your bolster, look forward. Some of you will be able to keep the hands flat or cup the fingers, look really far forwards and breathe. Shift the weight into the toes and then rock back into your heels without falling over. Okay, shift the weight into the toes. Good control here. And shift the weight back into the heels. Now soften the knees very strongly. Arms out like an airplane. Hinge up from base of spine. Nice. Very good, everyone. Lovely. Wiggle out the hips. Hands on the waist. Lovely soft knees. And gently circle. Good, so we've got 3 of you in pink today, which is quite interesting. So heart center, everyone's feeling the love. Good. Lovely, change direction. Nice, good. Okay, a little bit more wiggle yoga, which we did on Wednesday. So you're going to interlock the thumbs, lift the arms up, and then hip sway from side to side. And I want you to bend into each knee. And it's a flowing breath, but you're blowing the air out and passively breathing in. So it's breath in and then just blow the air out. Lovely bend into each knee. Lovely. Exhale the arms down. Inhale the arms. So the hands are just coming together. Inhale up to the chest. Then you turn the hands down, push down, bend the knees quite a lot. Skim the front of your bolster to hinge back up. If that feels too much on your back, you can roll up and down rather than hinging forwards. Arms come down. Repeat. Deep breath in. Push away. Bend the knees fully. Arms come forwards and up. And release the arms. Lovely. And again. Exhale. Forwards and up. And release the arms. Lovely. Hands on the waist. And as you bend forwards, elbows forwards. And then snap the knees in. And then back. Chest open. Elbows back. Lovely. Come forwards. Roll the elbows forwards. Knees together. We look particularly funny today doing that. And then open the knees, gently arch. And neutral spine. Okay, a little bit more wiggling. So feet together, arms come up. Let's reach up out of each arm. Stretching into the side body. Gorgeous, good. Hinge down, palms onto your bolster. And then again, let's just move each knee at a time. Let the hips sway. Okay, then you move the bolster to the top end of your mat, wherever that might be, and step your right leg back. Oh, I forgot to take socks off. I thought I could get away with it, but no, I think we do need to take our socks off. What are we doing? That's lovely. So bolsters at the front. Good. It's going to give us a bit of height, which is the reason why I do it. Okay, so inhale and exhale. Inhaling up and back. And then actually, excuse me, neutral spine. Swing the arms down. And then push into the floor, so hinging down. Have the bolster really close, or even actually on top of the feet. Keep your feet warm. And then slide the right leg back to a point where the knee is directly above the ankle and the toes are tucked under in the back foot. And we really have the hands as wide as your bolster, so you have good surface area to feel nice and stable. And then hinge the hips from side to side. Lovely. Step forward again, get that foot under the bolster. Stay in your forward bend. Bend into each knee for a little bit more wiggling. Good. To center, slide the left leg back. Knee above ankle. And again, a little bit of hip movement, wiggling. Perfect. Now careful now, you might want to step the back foot forward slightly as you come into a plank. Hopefully, if you don't feel stable on your bolster, just move it out of the way. But we have that here to extend the arms so that when you drop down, the knees down, and bring the body forwards, it's a more gentle up dog. Because if you see what I mean, the arms are longer. Good. On the hands, that's lovely, everyone. Then travel back into swan with the hands on the bolster. Knees are only slightly apart. Good. Travel the body up. So you're pushing into your wrists. Come into up dog. If you feel there's too much pressure in the wrist, just walk your knees back slightly and then that backs off. Pressure in the wrist. And breathe. Gaze forward. Nice. And then travel back once more. Good, hinge up. So now low lunge, that means that the knee's on the floor. Step your right foot forward, underneath the bolster. Once more, we wiggle the hips. Hips go right, then left, left, then right. Let the head also move. Opposite way to the hips. Eyes can be closed as you do this. Hands on the bolster. Good, change side. So left foot underneath the bolster. Nice short lunge. And hips to the left, eyes still, head to the right, and keep going side to side. Perfect, good. Both knees down, lifting up. And just like we did from standing, we do the next bit from kneeling. where you're just tick-tocking from side to side, blowing through the mouth. Breathe in between. Lovely. Good. To neutral. And like we did from standing, we also, I think everyone here has got quite good knees, which is good because we're going to do a bit of kneeling. You just bring, insert the hands, just like we did earlier. Inhale to the chest. But as you exhale forward, sink into your heels, slide the arms along the floor. Inhale up. Gently arch into camel. Lovely. Feel it in the thighs. Neutral spine. Exhale the arms. Inhale. Lunge down. Sink into the heels. Lovely. Inhale up. Hinge up. Arch back. Lovely. Neutral spine. Arms come out. Perfect. Another one. Flick the floor, lifting up, gently arch, and down. Arms out to thighs and down, didn't do that right. Okay, bolster under head. Let's bring the knees together for classic child pose. The head on the bolster, which draws the shoulders down, straight down to the sides rather than drawing them forwards. So keep them down and back. Really walk your wrists away so that they're right behind you if you can, in line with your feet. Good. Just bring the head up. Sitting on your heels briefly in hero pose. Oh, stretch up. And we just finish this lovely first half in a forward bend. So you just want to have the bolster close. Come up onto the knees, tuck your toes under and push. And as you come up, draw the bolster really close to the toes. Try and stretch out the backs of the legs, this time as much as you can. So you might want to cup the hands. You may very easy have the palms flat, in which case elbows back behind you. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no, and stay in your forward bend. And then sway. So you're pushing into the left hand and the left foot, and then the right hand and the right foot. So you're just swaying side to side. Okay, just gently bend the knees. Completely lined. We cannot finish part one without a downward dog. It's illegal in yoga. Okay, so bring your bolster to the front. Step the hands forwards. We'll start off in plank. Let's have the feet together because we rarely have feet together in plank. And then drop the hips into up dog. Lovely. Pelvis is on your bolster. And travel back into down dog. If you can, rest the head on the bolster. That feels really nice. Don't worry if you can't. Let's heel and toe. Lovely bit of wiggling. So turn each knee across to the other side of your room. So you're really wiggling. Good. Just downward dog, forehead to bolster, shift to plank, lovely and strong. Draw the pelvis down, point the toes back, and the nice easy sphinx. So look forwards. Let's tuck the toes under and lift the heels and then push into the heels. So you might want to shimmy back on your bolster, look forwards. And then knees drop, let the head sink down. Rest your forehead on your hands and rock your hips from side to side as you rest on your bolster. Perfect, good. Hands either side of this, under the shoulders, travel back, but stay, keep saying the word bolster over and over. Stay on your bolster, sink down, side of head on your bolster. Oh dear. And breathe and relax. Draw the elbows out, which will flatten out your shoulder blades. Lovely. Nearly forgot to sit up then. Okay, so just some relaxation now. Stay nice and warm. Oh, poor Anita. Lovely, socks can go on. Five minutes of lovely Shavasana. Do you have your strap nearby for the second half? Couple more minutes. Really soften. Keep the awareness on your breathing. Lovely, everyone. Gently start to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Push into the backs of the bolster and lift the hips, chin tucked in, and breathe deeply here. Stay up, up, up. Good, and then flatten down and just relax fully. We're going to bring your bolster really close to your bum, okay, but not under the bum, and then lengthen the legs away. And we're going to do tree pose, but because the bolster is quite high up under the thighs, nudging into the buttocks, when you draw your right leg up, place the ankle hopefully on top of the left thigh. You then have some connection with the bolster, which makes you, if you would like to, if you wouldn't mind, totally soften and relax, because you know you can trust that that bolster's there to really support you. So now just bring the arms out. I'm too close to the wall, but back in prayer position above the head, long straight arms, and close the eyes. Just hold your lying down tree pose. Okay, now push your left heel away, long straight left leg, as if you're standing, but just feel that relaxation in that hip that's being supported by your bolster. Very nice. And then lengthen that right leg away to do all that the other side. So just bring the leg in. You need to use your hand to help you adjust. You can. Then open it and try and relax completely into both hips. You're really supported by a bolster. Arms up and over, straight arms, prayer position behind the head. Lovely. Looking great. And once you're really settled, heel pushing away in the standing leg, if you know what I mean, the straight leg. Just imagine you are standing. Perfect. Lovely way of stretching out the hips. So you just bring the knees into the chest now, hug your knees. Move the bolster to one side a second as you rock forwards and back. And we're going to do our leg holds with the bolster under our lower back. So you might want to stretch forwards. Do you have your strap nearby? Enough room in front so that you can lengthen the legs. Oh, gone too far. Oh, gone too far. Right. Wiggle out, drop, lift, nudge high. Lock can be under the head. So many things I have to tell you. Good. Just let the legs go straight up for a minute. And we'll do some circles. So separate the feet, bring them back together. And slowly but surely, lovely Muddy, just get bigger and bigger. Great, Helen, as well. Well, you're all looking great. Nice circles, very nice. Good. Change direction. Good. And let the knees just fall in towards the chest. By gravity, shuffle out the shoulders. Arms down by your sides. Take some breaths here and then inhale. Just start to gradually move the feet until they reach the floor and then toe to heel down so that you're in bridge pose. So the feet touch the floor. And with control, you come up onto the tiptoes. You then engage your core to allow your knees back into your chest. Knees together, ankles together. And then engage your core to move those knees up to ceiling. Toes drop down to the floor and then heels down. Feel the hips raising up slightly. And as you lift the feet, draw the knees back in. Good. Lengthen the right leg away, heel to the floor. So the left leg stays where it is, but the right leg to the floor, and the leg is long, really long, straight right leg. Good. Right knee gently comes in, knee in line with knee. And then left leg long. Lovely. Let gravity just keep that right knee in towards the chest. Very long, straight left leg. Nice. Bring the knees in. We're going to do a reverse forward fold. It'll come clear in a minute. So straps around the feet. And imagine doing this from the other way up. This is much far nicer feeling, I think. I'm going to wrap the straps around my knuckles and then just pull towards you, chin tucked in. Feel the back of the leg stretch. And if you can, just go careful. If you straighten the knees, yes, the legs will sort of draw a little bit further away, but that's okay. Let's have elbows out to the sides. Slight micro bend of the knees, but you're definitely pulling the legs towards you so you feel a stretch in the back of the legs. And although this does mimic the seated forward bend, because you'll have no connection with the floor through the buttocks, you have no stress on the spine. This is all a purely leg stretch. It does lengthen the spine as well, but without any sort of stress on the spine, which is lovely. Just enjoy that feeling. Good. Bend the left knee. Place the left foot on the floor. So knee bent as you can, just like before, toe to heel down to the floor, but keep holding the right leg. The knee needs to bend a bit more to make you feel comfortable. That's fine. Keep those elbows out to the side. Good. You bend the left knee in towards the chest. Put the foot in back into the strap. Equalize so both legs are straight. Release the right leg now. So you just bend the knee, toes first, then heel. Feel the stretch in the quad as well. And breathe. Lovely. Right knee bends in towards the left knee. Straighten the legs up, and you're going to have to not have the hands knuckles. What's I'm trying to say? Scarf wrapped around the knuckles. You're just going wide. So you hold right at the end of your strap. Have the long, long, long bits and go as wide as you can with the legs. Lovely. Heels pushing away. And I want you to turn the heels inwards, toes outwards. Yes, lovely, Helen. Good. And then turn the heels outwards and the toes inwards. Keeping the knees and the legs nice and wide. And then neutral. So wherever you'd be neutral, then you draw the knees towards the armpits. So you bend the knees as much as you can. So you're in baby Krishna, but you're holding onto your strap rather than holding onto your feet. Tuck the chin in and stay here. Lovely, everyone. Bring the feet together and just let's hug the knees. Good. Let's just roll the bolster away and lengthen along the floor. So take the block out from under the head, lengthen the legs. So we're in classic Shavasana, no props at all. Legs nice and long, wiggle out the hips. Head is centered, not quite, just to let you know, it's not quite relaxation time. We're about to do some more poses, but we're just flattening out on the floor. Good. And then we'll do the clock pose. So you need to just bend the knees, arms out at 90 degrees. Just draw the knees up and draw them both down towards the left elbow. Swing your right arm across. You're on your left side, and you're bringing your right arm up and around. And we'll go really slow. We're not actually going to do too many. You just want to go so slow that as you open to the ceiling, you feel your chest turning straight up. So very slow motion as you bring the arm around. That's lovely. And then as the hand grazes across the hips, hand on top of hand, let's just rest here a minute and just slide down the hands. So the hands are crossing each other. You just hands pass, wrists past the fingers of the left hand, and then draw the hand up, but only so the fingers touch the wrists, and down, sliding down and up and down and up, just gently, and down. Okay, and then palm on top of palm, and you change the clock direction, but I do want you to go really slowly. So just bring the hand down, skimming across the hips. Fingertips touch the floor as the chest opens. Get the chest wide open. Any shoulder stuff, you can bring the hand off the floor. Otherwise, try and keep the hand connected with the floor. Lovely. One hand on top of the other. And one more. I think I'm not really showing you very well. Imagine my arms are long. You just stretch past the hands and then stretch back towards the wrist and stretch past the hands, stretch back to the wrists. Okay, so you're just rolling a bit, just a very little amount. Good. Okay, you're going to rock and roll all over to the other side, exactly the same stance. I'm whipping over so I can still see you. Okay, really have those knees tucked up, knit close to the elbow, one hand on top of the other, and a backward circle, so go very slowly. Oh, I've a niggle in my shoulder, so I'm just going to lift the arm off the floor. Then just feel you've skimmed across the thighs, one hand on top of the other. That's all we're doing today, is one round each way. So then you slide one hand past the other hand and back. Lovely, Anita, that's brilliant. And slide. Just a very gentle side rock, nothing major. Perfect, good. Palm on top of palm, then we reverse the clock hand. So you go down towards the hips first, across and open to ceiling. Arm goes around, mine lifts off because of my shoulder. Then contact the floor as soon as you feel comfortable, or have it contacting the floor all the time until you're ready. No rush, but palm on top of palm, long straight arms. And lastly, we just go past, rubbing the hands. Good. For some reason, I have this urge for us to just come up into child pose. So we come onto the knees, bolster under head, and just relax. So have the bolster really squishing into the knees. Turn your head to one side and soften. If it's not feeling good on the knees, you can always have the body on the bolster, so it's the supported child pose. Do whatever feels nice. Good. Turn the head the other way. Perfect, good. Oh, it's flown by. Okay, brilliant. Coming up, put some extra layers on if you wish. Grab some water. Final relaxation. That's lovely. So continue softening into Shavasana, lying down fully on your mat. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Start to soften down. Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha. 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 Om. Om. Gajananam Supaginasha Sharanam Namami Vineshwara Pada Pankajam Shananam Kurmana Rakta Vahanam Nishesha Shahara Shambanam Rudrakshasudam Sarasanyanatam Guha Sadaham Sharanam Prabhatye Rajrakshashinam Sarasanyanatam Guha Sharanam Sharanam Prabhatye Ya kundandu tushara dhavalaya shubravasra vrata Ya vina varananda mantitakara shveta padmasana Ya brahmachuta shankara prabhitapiya devai sava pujita Samam patu sarasvati bhagavati nishesha shatyapaha Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Shri Shivanandaya Te Namaha Shri Shivanandaya Te Namaha Om Savamangala Mangalye Shive Savata Sadike Sharanye Charampake Danye Narayani Namostude, Narayani Namostude. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Perfect. So we start to wiggle the fingers and toes. I'll just say namaste to those watching on catch up, and very gently and slowly come out of Shavasana. Well done. Well done on catch up. Okay. Om